Okay, so do you remember yesterday I bought that AMD stock? I was showing that I bought something in AMD. So when the markets opened today, AMD had jumped. Yay! So AMD had jumped like, I don't know, 80, 90 points. A lot, you know. So I was in profit on the AMD thing. And what I thought was, all right, I'll put some more on, because that's what I said. I said I'd buy into it if it made money. That's obviously a big jump. Normally things won't jump that much, but it did. So here's my one from yesterday. It was in about $14.50 profit. It made quite a lot, you know, quite a nice percentage, about 30%. So I bought another one. I bought another $50 of AMD. I put times 10 leverage on because I put times 10 leverage on. And I bought it at 13.06, okay? So I opened that one at 12.24 yesterday. By the time the markets opened today, shortly afterwards, because I was actually out when they opened, it was at 13.06. So I bought another 50. I thought, okay, I think this is going to keep going up. 13.06. What happened then is it went up a little bit and then it started to drop. Now obviously if you've got times 10 leverage on something, when it starts to drop, it's quite dramatic. You know, every point it goes down, you're times multiplying by 10 the effect that would normally have. So you see big drops. So I started to panic. But what I thought is, okay, well overall I'm in profit. I had about $14 profit. I can afford to lose a few dollars and I'll just set a stop loss, close the losing trade, this one here, keep this one open, close the times 10 trade, and I'll still, overall in the trade, I'll still be in profit between the two of them. So I went to the charts and I thought, okay, what's it doing? So this is the chart for AMD. So what happened is that yesterday at the close, it was here, and then overnight, boom, jumped up to over here, which is really good for me. And there is actually, after the markets close, there's a sort of hour or some amount of time called the after hours trading. You can look it up, just type after hours trading NASDAQ. And people do actually keep trading slightly in much less volume after the markets close. There's also pre-market trading. They're sneaky. So just before the market opens for about another hour, they're all trading pre-market. And you can check, you know, after-market price and pre-market price. So after-market and pre-market, they gapped. It's called gapping up. So overnight, whilst the markets were closed, it gapped up and it was here. So yay, good for me. So I decided to put my other position on. I put my other position on here. I'm looking at this number here, by the way, 13.06. So 13.06, I put my times 10, $50 new trade on AMD. It goes up and up and up and up to here, then it starts to go down. So when it's about here, I start panicking and I start thinking, oh my God, I got to set this stop loss. Where am I going to do it? My initial thought was, all right, maybe 12.95, you know? Just before I did that though, so I wanted to set my stop loss here. It was on its way down. It was about here, 13.03, 13.02, and that's when I was trying to set the stop loss. I was going to set it at 12.95 because that seemed like I'd only lose a bit. It was about $4 or something. Then I thought, all right, let me go back first and let me just check briefly if I can find any support lines. I mentioned these in a video, you know, a couple of weeks ago or a few weeks ago, what support and resistance are. So support line is a natural sort of line, a number. You can find them using this like little thing here all over the chart where the price has sort of for some reason stopped at that number. When it stopped at that number in the past and then gone up again, that becomes a support line. So in future, when it starts to go down, a lot of people think, well, hold on, it stopped there before, maybe it will stop there again. And it often does, you know, and it becomes, just by perception of the masses, everyone thinks, oh my God, it won't go below that point, becomes a support line. So you can sort of predict that might be a place where the price stops going down in future. So I thought I'll look for one of these. So all I did is I'm on a 30-minute chart. Each candle is 30 minutes. I went back in time a bit. I just scrolled left and I looked. So around the 12.95 mark, can I see any support lines? Boom, I found one. Over here, which is the 16th of the 8th. So 16th of August. You see those two there? These two lines. I know that seems a little bit vague, but they matched up. And if you look at the price over here, you'll see the price as I put it there. That's at 12.92. Okay, so at 12.92, for some reason there it stopped. Boom. And can you see over here, that line also matches up with kind of the top of this spike. So when it's stopping something going up, it's resistance. When it's stopping something going down, it's called support. Okay, so that line for some reason is a bit of a powerful line, that number, 1292. So I thought, alright, you know, I'll try and use that instead. I'll set 1292 as my stop loss instead of 1295. So I did that. Set 1292 and I watched it and it was going down and down. It went to my 1295, boom, my stop loss would have triggered, I'd have lost a little money, I'd have been out of the trade but safe. Went down, it went down, 1293, this 1292, look, it's been holding all day. It's actually been holding at 1293, so it went down, boom, hit just before 1292, it goes up again. It went up, and they got worried, and they thought, oh no, down, 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 down. Boom, 1290, it won't go all day, it hasn't yet gone below that point. And I just wanted to point it out, because sometimes I set stop losses. At the moment, it's still open, so that trade is still open. At the moment, it's at 1302, so I'm only minus 153. I think my stop loss there is set at 1290, because what I thought is I see that there's support around 1292. I won't set it at 1292 because it might actually hit that support bar. I'll set it just below. So if it does really break through that support, alright, then sell, because I couldn't see any other support bars just beneath that. It means it's probably going to drop to the next support bar, which was quite a lot lower. I didn't want to lose that much, so I thought I'd risk it, so I set it at 1290. And so far, that, you know, I was willing to risk $6.14. So at the moment, hasn't hit it. So I just wanted to point that out. Sometimes I was going to set a stop loss at 1295, seemed like a good place to set it, you know, why not? And just by looking for a support line in the past, so I went back and just looked, you know, is there anything near there where it sort of matches up? And boom, we have this one over here, and so I set it, and it's been working. It's been bouncing off that all day, won't go beneath it. So it may blow through it, and I may trigger the stop loss tomorrow. I don't know. You know, it's all right. I'm fine with that. You win some, you lose some. At least I've controlled my risk. If it goes up, I'm going to let it go up infinitely. If it goes down, I'm going to stop it. So my risk is managed. But there we are. So I just wanted to point that out. Just by looking in the past and looking for one of those support lines, it helped me to set a stop loss, which kind of made more sense. My 1295 one would have been triggered, and it would have been just above, you know. So just by looking at just 2 little pips, saved me some hassle. So we'll see what happens with it tomorrow. That's all. Another one, just briefly. Do you remember that Rite Aid? Same thing. So Rite Aid, I had set a stop loss 217 because I worked out there was a natural support on Rite Aid. There was a support line. It was going down all the time, but I found that there was a support around 220 here. There's support going back into the past. If I go back to 1 day charts, so look, it was going down, down, down. But I was going down here, and I found here, look, there's support at 221. So I set my stop loss at 220. I was going to do it before, and boom, hit it, went up, boom, hit it, went up, boom. And it's been hitting it all the time, and it won't go above that line. And at the moment, it's going back up, which is nice. It now has to get past resistance. See, resistance is a bar which is above it, you know. So the resistance, you can see it matching up there. 244, it hits this one, boom. 244. So if the price gets above 243, 244, then we're good. But we'll see probably tomorrow. But yeah, so support worked on that one as well for setting stop losses. So it kind of does work in a way, you know. Is it?